That's yeah. I mean, guys are competitive. Again, we don't want to lose. It's not fun losing. It's not fun losing that way. So it's all understood. At the end of the day, we got to be there for each other and continue to keep pushing forward. Yeah, I just feel like sometimes there weren't that many opportunities, and again, defenses can game plan, and try to take away your number one receiver, and that's just the fact of it. Those guys on the other side of the ball get paid too, but just again continuing to find ways to get him the ball.
Man, it's just getting crazy. All this coffee tapping back in, man, and this hurts. I can't lie. I can't front. All my fellow Bills fans, let me know how y'all are feeling, and just everyone out there, a fan of the game. Since he went out there and they did that, they beat the Bills in every aspect of the game, executing on the field, offense, defense, most definitely in the trenches, coaching, just everything. They flat out bullied us in our own home. They really, truly did. They came to Buffalo and they just beat us decisively. It was terrible. It was piss poor performance by my Bills, and it's just a terrible way to end the season, a terrible way to lose. Just takes all the momentum right out of everything. It really does, and you heard that clip there in the beginning, guys. I think this is getting blown out of proportion with Stephon Diggs. They were asking Josh Allen, hey, what's the deal with this? Just like you'll see all the different stuff on the screen. It's just getting crazy. People are literally writing articles like Diggs hates Allen or is mad at Allen or whatever. And you heard Allen. Yo, he's a competitor. He's one of the best receivers in the league. He wasn't getting the ball. I believe officially Diggs was targeted 10 times, 4 receptions for 35 yards. And if you recall last year, that heartbreaking, heart-wrenching loss to the Chiefs, that, oh my goodness, the 13 seconds, I know. I haven't even, that one rolled off me way easier than this one. I haven't even really thought about that in a long time as we dusted ourselves off, went through this season. Yes, we had some struggles this season and everything, but we beat KC. We beat them last year in the regular season as well. Everything was trending upward, that momentum, but just all the wind is taken out of our sails. But in that game, in that playoff loss, I don't have the exact numbers in front of me. If someone knows, leave it in the comments. It was like same thing. Diggs was held to very low numbers. Obviously, we know Gabe Davis turned the flock up out there last year, record-setting performance, 4 touchdown receptions and everything. But yesterday for our Bills, there wasn't another receiver who stepped up and had a game like that. Like I said, since he did the damn thing. But, Diggs, it went viral. You guys see the footage you saw during the game, kind of raising his arms, having some words with Josh Allen, unhappy. He was said to walk out of the locker room shortly after, pretty much in all his gear, in his equipment, and just get the fuck up out of there. And he threw these tweets up saying, want me to be okay with losing? Nah. Want me to be okay with our level of play when it's not up to the standard? Nah. It's easy to criticize my reaction more than the result. And this is being blown out of proportion. Diggs has every right to be upset. Personally, comment, y'all. Where do you guys feel about all this? He's mad. This is frustrating. And I hate even saying this as, the good momentum us Bills fans have been flying on all season long. I'm about to start pushing, hoping the Sabres can make a playoff run, do some Sabres videos or something. But those 4 Super Bowls that we lost back to back, in the Super Bowl era, this team obviously hasn't got that far, but it just feels just I don't know, it just feels so bad to be on top and to just not be able to get over that hump, you know? Like the NFL playoffs is wild. It's the single elimination tournament. You punch your ticket or you go home, and we've been going home, and it's just so crazy now. I did a video a while ago about Micah Hyde. I thought he was going to be back out there in the playoffs as we saw him practicing, but obviously he wasn't, good enough to get back out there and have that reunion between the dynamic duo, and there was already contract issues with Jordan Poyer. Is that the end of the dynamic duo? What's going to happen coaching wise as far as coordinators? People are talking about Leslie Frazier. Obviously our offensive coordinator. I was not a big fan of this guy. Is he one and done? There's so many questions up in the air, but like, this whole Diggs thing to me just being blown out of proportion. He's a competitive guy, and we lost, and it was what it was. I don't know. It's like they're making it out like him and Josh Allen is about to go shoot the fair ones, like they got beef. I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging. Again, leave it below. But something else we got to talk about is Eli Apple. Eli Apple, in my opinion, crossed the line. Now you're gonna see a bunch of tweets. You heard him in the beginning. He credited the Bengals defense, Lou Anaromo, their coordinator. He calls him the mad scientist, and he's been doing the damn thing. Hats off to him, the coordinator. And again, the Bengals. Like, I had a Bengals fan who I fluck with yesterday. Be like, he was like, "Coffee, sorry." Like, nah, don't apologize. Y'all did, like, you guys deserve this. Ain't nothing to apologize about. It sucks. And those that watch the channel regularly know I'm going through some real depressive ish in life. So this just really hit me in the heart. But you see Eli Apple talking a bunch of ish in a lot of tweets. He's talking about get Allen and Diggs, some couples counseling. He'll pay for it. That kind of shades of earlier in the season, former Buffalo Bill John Feliciano, who's with the Giants, who were just eliminated from the playoffs as well. Did something similar with a tweet with Allen and Diggs and was like, oh, they're on their period. People love to get at Allen and Diggs. And I'm not mad for Eli going this route and being petty and talking ish on Twitter. Like, we kind of know that's his character. You know what I mean? Like, if that's the route you want to go, that's cool. But where it got to cross the line, in my opinion, is when he references Damar Hamlin. Now, that was something else that really stung about this game, that Damar showed up, everything that went on. This guy's still recovering. He's there. There was footage of him during the game throwing up the heart in the press box. Reportedly, he came down and talked to the team at halftime, and they couldn't win it for DeMar. They couldn't win it for themselves. They just couldn't do ish. Again, just terrible. Like, comment with all your thoughts regarding the game and what changes may or may not happen in Buffalo. But there's this tweet where Eli Apple says, and I'm a bit confused by this. He says Cancun on 3. And you see he puts up and mocks the DeMar Hamlin heart logo, and I'm just like, okay, that's crossing the line. That's greaseball, sleazeball ish. Like, you're foul for that. You know what I mean? You want to be petty talk ish on Twitter. Hella, like, I, as a fan, I do ish like that sometimes, not all the time. Sportsmanship is what it is. Like, you got the W, but to reference and mock um, the DeMar Hamlin thing is like, that's some foul ish. Like, that's the kind of ish where, when people pass away, like when Nipsey Hussle was killed and everyone was showing the fake love, right? A lot of people were like, look at all these cats showing the love, acting like this or that. Like, Eli Apple, to me, to even go that route and joke in any way, you know what I'm saying? When this dude's heart stopped and all that, and like you were so concerned. Like, I don't know. To me, it's just like, yo, you show fake love. Like, that's crossing the line. Talk your ish, but come on, man, keep Damar and everything out of it. And listen, I know the Bengals felt disrespected. That was going all viral yesterday. You know what I mean? Where they were talking about, um, those refunds as they had sold tickets. If the Bills, would have advanced to face KC, it would have been in Atlanta in a neutral site. They're all joking, see you in Atlanta. Better send them refunds. Yo, I get it. They felt disrespected. They felt counted out. But I don't know. Like, in my opinion, um, I'm getting a little off topic with this, but I recall like how they already started selling those tickets and they do got to dish out the refunds. I feel like that's like a typical policy. I don't know, like comment y'all. I remember back in 97 or 98, I went to a Yankees home opener. And then when the playoffs hit, I had a family member purchase tickets for the second round second round of the playoffs. And Yankees got eliminated in the first round. You know what I mean? So obviously we didn't get to go. I ain't gonna front. I cried a little bit. I was like a little kid, but the point is that those tickets are sold in advance. I believe that's a regular practice. You know what I mean? Like for Bills and KC fans that wanted to attend that game, you know what I mean? They got a plan in advance. So I don't necessarily believe that that was the NFL writing off the Bengals. You know, like don't get me wrong. Had the Bills won yesterday, those tickets would be on sale all the way through the week. But I don't know. I don't know. Like, comment. Do you guys agree with me that that's a regular practice? That would have been done regardless. That it wasn't the NFL saying, "Yo, Bills got this one in the bag," or what? But hey, the Bengals felt disrespected, and they're talking their ish. And again, I ain't got no smoke with that, but Eli Apple crossed that line, and this is going to be an ongoing thing. This is never going to end. Fans are already putting up highlight reels of when Eli Apple, because you see too, there's footage of him during the game mocking Allen and Diggs handshakes. He's doing it with the invisible man on the sidelines, and he even quoted an NFL tweet about the handshakes and saying, "Yo, they wasn't shaking ish after this game." But fans are like, "Yo, Eli, yo, turn up and enjoy your celebration, but your ego writing checks that you couldn't cash last year, as you know, he got cooked in the Super Bowl loss by Cooper Cup." And damn, when you watch that footage, it really sinks in, as I included it in this video. Like, he was out there getting smoked left and right, getting burnt. And this is never going to end. The fans are never going to forget this. Eli Apple is going to have a special place in a bad way with Bills fans and maybe just some other fans. Because, like I said, I really believe this man violated and crossed the line with the whole Damar Hamlin thing. Like, again, I don't truly understand what that. Someone said, "Yo, that's an NBA saying," and he's just trying to be funny or whatever. Because there's people debating, like, man, it's hard to to not hate this Bengals team. And someone's like, "No, nah, like this team's cool. How can you hate them?" But I get why you know people don't like Eli Apple. But I don't know. Like the second he did that and threw that in and tweeted that, I was like, it's like, damn, B, what was running through your mind? Like, you's a really a grease ball, you know? So comment with your thoughts all on that. But yeah, Bengals did the damn thing. Smoking Joe Burrow, 23 of 36, 242 yards, 2 touchdowns. And the Bengals got a 3-game winning streak in their last meetings against KC. See, typically I wouldn't really have a dog in this fight, but now I gotta go. I gotta root for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Everyone out there, let me know who you're gonna be rooting for or pulling for. But Josh Allen, man, um, last week was a bit of a sloppy game, but for the most part, Josh Allen, like last year in the playoffs, was lights out. Like this dude put up numbers in the playoffs, and yesterday he did not get a touchdown. 25 of 42, 265 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 1 pick. Like I said, it was just all bad. I really can't believe that like last week was so sloppy, and a lot of people were debating like, hey, they hung on, they got the W, but it was very alarming to me that we could look so bad in a playoff game. Like, were you guys not prepared at all? Like, how was that the result? But hey, we ended up winning. So a lot of people were debating, like, hey, you know, they got some of the jitters out of their system or whatever to fluck up a little bit. They got it out in that wild card game, so they're going to be out next week in the divisional round with laser focus, and it just that's not what it was. You know, I mean, Bengals jumped out 14-0, and it was their game all game. Like I said, they bullied us. And it just, I don't know, it's just it's crazy to think How could that be the result? How could, like, I was talking with my bro Jay Millie yesterday, and he said, "Man, Coffee, like, to lose is to lose, but to lose that way, in that fashion with Damar Hamlin there and everything, like, someone's gonna have to answer. Like, I don't know, man. What does everyone think? Will the Bills' offensive Dorsey, will he be fired offensive coordinator? Is Leslie Frazier going to stick around? Do you want to see him stick around? I thought Leslie, you know, has been outstanding with the Bills. I mean, this defense, I'm not making excuses, but just seriously, we've been banged up all season long. And yesterday, I don't know, it just kind of felt like it showed, like safeties getting rotated so much with injuries and things like that. Trey White came back later than we thought he would from his injury. And I don't know, he just kind of, I'm not saying he was bad, but he just hasn't emerged back as the Trey White we saw before, which is something, that I kind of was already thinking could be a possibility with that injury. Could he lose a step? But I don't know. I just can't call it, like, for things to go that way. I know I'm repeating myself. And you see there, I didn't include it in the video, but Josh Allen was talking about his elbow injury and how it hadn't bothered him too much. But he did say it had him change up his mechanics since he's had that injury a little bit. And Josh still hell of a player, but we could see it throughout this season that there were some things bothering him. He just didn't look his natural self. But here we go again, man. Back to the drawing board, back to that long off season again, man. Hopefully the Sabres can get in the playoffs. But that's going to conclude this video, guys. Comment, let me know your thoughts about the game. Let me know what you think about with Diggs. Like, if you agree with me and concur that this is just being blown way out of proportion. Like, he's a competitor. He's upset. I don't see anything wrong with it. And, let's not even forget to mention this emotional roller coaster after what happened with Damar Hamlin. And, I saw a content creator had a guest on yesterday who wasn't a Bills fan. And they were saying, yo, I think that, everything that transpired really affected the Bills after that. Like, I don't know, it just kind of shook them up. And, obviously that's a man's life. I'm not trying to talk about it like a storyline or anything like that, but I'm saying the way it all played out, it was almost like it was being played out for the Bills to emerge and overcome everything and win it for DeMar. And it's just not what we saw, So comment with your thoughts across the board. Eli Apple, the Bengals, Lou Anarumo, the mad scientist, as Apple called him, and what predictions for the rest of this playoffs. That's it, y'all. It's Coffee, sadly signing out. Like I said, man, I know a lot of Bills fans probably feeling the same way, like this one stings. But thank you for watching. Look forward to talking with everyone in the comments. Sub up to the channel. Daily videos, music, news, sports, and more. I'm up out of here, y'all. Peace.